A wage slave brokey. Don't be one of those people. Never quit. Never give up. And if you only exist amongst the money, you're going to end up with some money.
Andrew Tate gained popularity through his self-help advice videos, which he calls Tate Speech. They focus on topics ranging from careers, finance, and personal life to mental health.
If you cannot control your own mind, then you are just a feather in the wind of life.
He has rapidly gained legions of fans.
You've all heard about him, Andrew Tate, top G, the most Googled man on planet Earth.
He's become so famous that fans even gave him his own theme song. He likes to flash his luxury life, yachts, and million-dollar cars. Andrew Tate himself claims to be worth over $350 million with several assets. Some of his companies have been confirmed to make millions a month. The mystery question is, exactly how did he get so rich?
I was talking about my confusion, my amazement, having largely walked away from social media over the break, that I now know more about a guy called Andrew Tate than I have ever known before.
This man has millions of fans online. What's driving it?
Well, exactly that. I mean, that's the big question. You and me are not alone, because I think up until relatively recently, we're like, who is Andrew Tate?
While for many, Andrew Tate, with his overt displays of wealth and controversial statements, appeared seemingly out of nowhere, he's actually been steadily growing his fans over the past couple of years, appearing on the show Big Brother and becoming a kickboxing fighter. But only in a few years, after becoming a 4-time champion across 2 weight classes in kickboxing with a record of 78 wins and 9 losses, Andrew no longer wanted to fight. He says he didn't get paid much and wanted to be rich.
And one day I woke up, and I literally just woke up, I looked at my bank, I just won a world title fight, but I hadn't fought in 6 months. By the time I paid all my back rent and paid my car payments, all that, I looked at my bank, I had like $3 grand, $4 grand in there, and I'm like, I'm giving up my entire life, and I don't even know how I'm gonna live. I need to get rich. I want to get rich. Years ago, 7 years ago, whenever this was, it wasn't nearly as big, and I found this little webcam thing, and I was like, this might be some money. So I text all my girlfriends, I think it was 5 of them, text all 5, said, you're all coming here to live with me and work with me. None of them knew about each other. All 5 flew in, picked them all up. They're all sitting there. I sat them around the same table. And I was like, look, we're going to start a webcam business. You're going to stay here. You're going to live in London. I'm going to look after you, and we're going to get rich, rich. We're going to be a team. And they're all like, well, who's this bitch? I'm like, she's my girlfriend. She's my girlfriend. She's my girl. You're all my chicks. And you're going to stay here, and we're going to make some money. Big fight kicks off, blah, 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 blah. In the end, long story short, 3 left, 2 stayed. Those were my first 2 girls. And we started this little webcam business from my apartment. And it just grew and grew and grew, and it got to the point where at one point I had 75 women working for me in 4 locations. Damn. And I was doing $600,000 a month from webcam.
Andrew has also said that before his webcam business expanded internationally, he would impersonate the cam girls by typing messages to men on the other side of the screen. He would earn as much as $4,000 by typing for 16 hours a day. He told James English, the girls would sit on a webcam, and an old dude would sit there. I was training these girls, and it got to the point where it was easier if I typed myself. We had the 2 girls on camera with the keyboard that wasn't plugged in, but I was behind the screen talking to the dudes, saying the right things to start dragging money out of the internet. The brothers started the webcam business from an apartment, and it just grew and grew. They claim at one point to have had 75 women working in 4 locations. Andrew and his younger brother have reportedly made tens of millions. Allegedly as much as $100 million operating the webcam business. One of the things that has infuriated a lot of people is that Andrew has admitted to skimming some of the money from the women.
So I used to pay my girls 30%. So for every $10,000 they made, I'd give them 3, and I'd keep 7. They thought they were on 50%. And I said that the disparity is because of taxes. So you're on 50%, we get to pay the tax first, and then it's 50-50. So really you're paying 30, you tell them you're paying 50, the difference is in the tax. That's where the disparity lies, taxes. If they don't believe you or they want to get fresh or whatever, print out some tax forms. I see this all the time. I used to print out some random tax forms and say, yeah, sign here and sign this. What is it? It's for the tax. You want to pay the tax or not? Oh, okay, and they just sign away. They don't know what they're fucking signing. Let's throw them away afterwards. But they think something's happening. Something real is happening. Nothing's happening. It's like me get rich page.
Not many people can get into the casino business because it requires a lot of money and legal resources. But those who do run successful casinos are usually very rich. Casinos earn money from food, entertainment, and, of course, gambling. In Romania, there are many gambling enterprises. This is where Andrew Tate got into the industry. Allegedly, his entrance into the casino industry came about when he met a casino owner whilst commentating on a cage fighting show in Romania. Eager to diversify his business ventures following his retirement from fighting, Tate proposed investing a franchise model with the sponsor, setting up his own casinos in Romania under the company's existing brand name. You will find a number of websites that discuss his casino investments. They aren't super high-quality sources, but Tate himself has spoken about how he got into the casino business. This is an interview from the Fresh and Fit podcast.
I was commentating for a cage fighting show in Romania called RXF. I was commentating for it, and one of the sponsors of it is a casino company. The casino owns these small casinos all around Eastern Europe. There's no live dealer, it's just arcade machine, like slots machines. And I went up to the owner, who's the sponsor, who's on the VIP table, said, "Excuse me, that I want to talk some business with you, blah, blah, blah." Spoke to him, I said, "Look, I want to open some casinos." He said, "Well, why do I need to open a casino with you? I've already got 400 locations. We're turning over 10 million euro a day. If I want to open a casino, I just take a picture of the location, send it in a WhatsApp group, and 2 months later it's a casino. I don't need anybody." I was like, "Okay, I understand, but I want to get involved in this business. So one way or another, we're going to work together." He's like, "Well, if you can come up with something I'm interested in, let me know." Right? So I was going back and forth with him for a year, and I was thinking, how can I get this guy to let me franchise his casino? And eventually I came up with the following battle plan, which he agreed to. I came to him and said, "Look, I'll pay to set up the entire casino with your branding, all my money, so you don't have to put in any money. I'll give you a percentage of turnover, not profits. Even if it's not profitable, it doesn't matter to you because you get a percentage of turnover.
Oh.
And I will open up directly next door to your number one competitor. So I'll go to war for you with my money.
Oh, shit.
So I'm gonna go right next door to your number one competitor. My money. You ain't got no risk for you. Even if it doesn't make any money, you're getting paid off the turnover, and it's gonna take some money from your competitor. I'm taking all the risk on this, right?"
Wow.
And he agreed. He said, "Okay, let's do it." So when he did that, the casinos started to open. Then I thought, okay, so how do I get these casinos full? So my first casino opened up. We were doing okay. We were making a bit of money. And then I realized there was a Starbucks two doors down. So a lot of people going out to Starbucks. I was like, coffee. So I put up these massive signs saying free coffee. And I got us a barista, and I got us a big-ass coffee machine. Starbucks level, the best possible coffee machine. So, and the point was, why would you go pay $5 for coffee? You can come get free coffee with me. Gamble your $5, you might get lucky. So we started, that worked, because I'm a genius. Started to make a bunch of money.
Andrew is the son of Emery Tate, who is considered a trailblazer for African-American chess and is a former U.S. Air Force sergeant. Tate moved with his mother after her divorce with Emery and went to a college in Luton, UK. Going against his mother's wishes, Tate dropped out of the university. A few years later, Andrew, along with his brother Tristan, gained a big following due to his millionaire lifestyle. Andrew's disregard for traditional education led him to initiate the concept of Hustlers University. He believes modern education has enslaved a major part of the population.
I was arguing with someone about how pointless the modern education system is. I think the modern education system is nothing but an indoctrination machine. I think they use it to indoctrinate the youth. I think it's a waste of fucking time.
What, to brainwash people?
To brainwash people, of course they do.
Andrew Tate not only has extremely contentious beliefs, but he's also highly vocal about them, resulting in two distinct audiences. One side is an angry mob that despises him and everything he stands for, while the other is nearly a cult-like following that adore him and share his views.
If you have women in check, it's absolutely a massive benefit. I can wake up in the morning and say, the first words out my mouth, I can wake up, coffee. It's the first thing I say, not hey baby, coffee. She'll get up, she'll make me coffee, I'll come out to a clean house, and I can sit down with my coffee and start making money.
People who aren't fans of his shared his content by commenting and discussing how much they despise and disagree with him. In contrast, his fans shared his video because they like his opinions. This made him a guest on other podcasts and shows since they wanted these polarizing perspectives on their shows to gain more views for themselves. This raised Andrew Tate's profile and fostered organic audience growth as more and more people discovered him. Andrew and his social media team diced short clips of his controversial remarks and they shared it on social media. This is when Hustlers University took off. They also used affiliate marketing. paying a commission when people refer a sale. If you use TikTok or YouTube Shorts, like the majority of people around the globe, you might have come across a short video that features Andrew Tate giving his opinion on almost everything that goes on in the world. With this business model, he was able to achieve extremely viral growth in a way that had never really been seen before, because he had a large student body spreading his content, promoting his services about his online business. According to the many students who've signed up, Hustlers University is a paid program available on Discord. It provides students with lessons on earning money and being successful. The paid course offers students access to stock analysis, options plays, crypto analysis, e-commerce, copywriting, freelancing, flipping, financial planning, and more. Andrew claims that Hustlers University now has over 110,000 students in the Discord server, paying a monthly subscription fee of $49.99. However, some students have highly criticized Hustlers University, saying when Andrew Tate enrolls people in his program, he teaches them how to spread the word about his program rather than how to build an online business for themselves.
All right, Hustlers University, listen to me. Broke people, and if you don't have a Bugatti, you're broke. So I would say 100% of the people watching this, I consider you all poor.
Yeah.
Broke people are one of three things. You're either arrogant, lazy, or stupid. You can decide which one you want to be. Maybe you're a mixture of all three, but you are. Because when I try and tell people how to make money, they usually come back with something like, yeah, but I think... Who cares what you think? You're poor. You're poor.
On December 29th, Romanian officials arrested Andrew Tate along with his brother Tristan. The brothers are suspected of coercing and kidnapping women to participate in their webcam business. They are being charged with human trafficking. Two other people, including a policewoman, were arrested in connection with the case. Romanian prosecutors have said these four people appear to have created an organized crime group with the purpose of recruiting, housing, and exploiting women, and would have gained important sums of money. Romanian authorities seized 11 cars belonging to Tate and his brother, equaling a third of the collection Tate bragged to Greta Thunberg about having on Twitter, including a Rolls-Royce Wraith and an Aston Martin Vanquish S Ultimate. They are investigating whether the cars were purchased with money from human trafficking. Andrew has denied all of the allegations. The case is an ongoing legal battle.
If you're anyone who's been on social media the past few months, particularly a guy, you've probably heard of Andrew Tate and you might have pretty strong opinions about him. Yeah, he's a pretty polarizing figure. You know who I'm talking about, the bald, bearded kickboxing champion who's rich, very charismatic, he's a playboy, got rich off some sus ways, continues to get rich off some sus ways as well, and honestly, he's just highly controversial.
Other gurus or influencers out there who do the same thing, right? They're flashing their fancy cars, their women, their money, and they're talking about how they got so successful, and yet you're a little skeptical because, you know, you've worked with other gurus in the past. And I have to say that I was very skeptical as well when I first joined. It took me a few months to finally join, but I've been in there for 90 days now, so I have a unique perspective.
You saw that he got arrested and all that. What was your take when you saw that news coming in?
Oh my gosh, my thought was that he said he was gonna get arrested. I was like, he said this was gonna happen. I don't know the facts of the case, you know, It's possible there are facts I don't know, but just my gut is like, nah, he said this was gonna happen. The Matrix is after him.
Andrew Tate has become very famous on social media. He's got a massive following on Twitter. Again, young men, confused men, men who don't know what to do with women, how to deal with women, men who do not have the self-esteem to deal with wealth creation that's true wealth creation and to deal with relationships that are true relationships.
The past few days, I've had much time for self-reflection and analysis, evaluation, and I've come to the conclusion that my defense of Andrew Tate was misguided. What I defended, at least what I thought I was defending, was values that I hold true and dear to my heart. Values like mental health, freedom, brotherhood, tenacity, discipline, hard work, escaping the 9 to 5. All these values are values that you hold dear, I hold dear, the world holds dear. In Tate's videos, he also mentions the importance of all these traits. Where I was misguided was thinking that I needed to defend Tate, to defend all of these traits.
So what do you want to happen to Andrew Tate as a concern young woman, and clearly you were passionate about it when I saw you act out there. Do you want him to be taken off Twitter, to be banned? Do you want to stone or imprison the people who follow him?
I don't mean, I think it's your, as you said, free speech. You have a right to follow and to listen to who you want to. I think it's more about stopping Andrew Tate. I think it's about getting him fully in prison and not being able to put any more messages.
But hang on, has he broken any laws?
Yes, sex trafficking.
Well, no, hang on, Ruby. Hang on, Ruby. He has made, from what I can see, some admissions which are more bravado to attract attention to himself. The women who live there say that they are free to go. You cannot say he's a sex trafficker, Ruby, until he has been convicted.
That is true.
In a court of law.
Having been banned from many social media platforms before taking the Shahada and becoming a Muslim. There's a lot to absorb when it comes to figuring out how he has made millions and how he went so viral and stayed trending for months. He's a topic of conversation on every major platform. Big creators have either talked about Tate or had him on their live streams and podcasts, often in an attempt to counter his controversial statement. The fame and exposure alone is worth a lot of money, and with all his companies, there's no doubt that Andrew Tate is worth hundreds of millions of dollars.